Alright everyone, with it being the Spa weekend this weekend in Formula 1, let's have a look at the best Belgian Formula 1 drivers of all time. Here are my 5 picks for the best Belgians in Formula 1 of all time. And we're going to start with Frer, who competed in Formula 1 between 1952 and 1956. His final race in Formula 1, the 1956 Belgian Grand Prix around his home track in Spa-Francorchamps, was his best ever finish. His only ever podium finish in Formula 1, managing to get 2nd place. And those 6 points that he earned actually got him 7th overall in the championship that year. He competed for the likes of Ferrari, Gordini, and HWM, and didn't compete in that many races overall, but the fact that he managed to get 3 points finishes in those rounds, all at Spa, he was very good at Spa, usually finished in the points there when he did finish. That showed that he had some serious talent, and if he got a full-time drive, he could well have got more points and more podiums as a result. Next up, we've got someone in number 4 spot who is very much a familiar name, most likely, if you've been following Formula 1 for as long as I have, Lucien Bianke. Now, Bianke did manage to get just 1 podium finish to his name, just like Frer. Now, that was a 3rd place finish at the 1968 Monaco Grand Prix, but I'm putting Lucien slightly ahead of Frer here, just because he had a much longer career in Formula 1. Now, tragically, he unfortunately passed away in 1968 while he was testing for the next year's Le Mans race at the Circuit de la Sarthe. I said that you probably recognise the last name because now Bianke is a name that you probably know if you've been watching Formula 1 for as long as I have, because Lucien, believe it or not, despite being Belgian, is in fact the great uncle of Jules Bianke, who of course competed in Formula 1 in 2013 and 14 and tragically passed away far before his time as well in 2014. So the fact that Lucien probably would have competed in Formula 1 and continued to compete, even though he was 34 years of age, I mean that was hardly ancient for these times of course, he still would have been around Formula 1. He was only really a bit part player in F1 in all those years between 1959 and 1968. Had he competed in Formula 1 more regularly, I think he would have gone on to achieve a lot more, just like Frer, but there you go, very much a deserving spot on this list. Next up, we have Olivier Gendron, who I am no doubt absolutely butchering the last name of. I do apologise for that, but he gets into 3rd spot on our list because he got 2 podiums in Formula 1. And both of them actually came in the same year, in 1960 as well, while he was racing for Cooper. He got 3rd place during his home race at Belgium, and he also got the runner-up spot at the French Grand Prix at the following race as well. Olivier raced for the likes of Ferrari, Lotus and the aforementioned Cooper. He was a tidy driver, again somebody who didn't really compete that regularly in Formula 1. Had he competed more regularly, I think he could have got a lot more in terms of good results. But the fact he got 2 podiums in that 1 year and managed to get 6th overall in the championship in 1960 as well, that does show that he had some serious talent. But I don't think many people are going to disagree with the top 2 here, and not disagree with the order as well either. If you're of a certain vintage, if you're into your 1980s and 90s Formula 1, you will know there was a very famous Belgian who did compete in Formula 1 during this time, and that was of course Thierry Bootson. Bootson competed in Formula 1 for 11 seasons between 1983 and 1993, making his debut for Arrows in 83 before later racing for the likes of Benetton, Williams, Ligier and Jordan to finish his career in 93. Bootson's best years were undoubtedly those at Williams, where he managed to get his first win at the Canadian Grand Prix in 1989. He managed to win 2 more races as well in his career later on that year, Australia in 89 and also the Hungarian Grand Prix in 1990 as well. He was a guy who was pretty regular on the podium during this time as well. He was someone who was a very consistent, steady pair of hands, and he picked up 15 podiums during his time in Formula 1. Never quite on the World Championship level, but someone who was very much a solid number 2 at a top team at the very least, or a leader in a midfield car. Bootson was a very solid driver in Formula 1. but he was a long way off, in my opinion, of Jackie Ickx. And that is no disrespect to Bootson whatsoever. You know, Ickx is an absolute legend. And as I covered in my tier list, going over the best drivers to never win the World Championship, or basically everybody who only managed to get a runner-up spot and never managed to win the World Championship, Ickx is very high on this list. Ickx is without a doubt one of the best sports car racers of all time. When he retired from Le Mans racing, I believe he held the record for the most victories at the famous 24-hour race. He he was very, very good in Formula 1 as well, managing to get 8 victories and 25 podiums to his name. And if it wasn't for another Jackie, Sir Jackie Stewart, he would have won the World Championship in the 1960s or 70s. I have absolutely no doubt about that. Ickx was incredible in a Formula 1 car. He had such bravery and commitment. You can never knock his commitment, and he had serious talent and results to back that up. He managed to finish runner-up in the championship in both 1969 and 1970 as well. So he's someone who came very close on a number of occasions to winning the World Championship. Like I said, without a doubt, one of the best drivers to never win the World Championship in Formula 1. And for now and the very foreseeable future, he will remain the best Belgian ever in Formula 1. And I don't think anybody will argue that. Nobody is close to him from Belgium, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, those are my picks for the best Belgian drivers in Formula 1 of all time. Are you disappointed to see Stoffel the Waffle miss out on this list? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Who's your favourite Belgian driver of all time? And should Belgium have a permanent place on the Formula 1 calendar? For me, absolutely. No doubt about that whatsoever. It's one of the best tracks in the world. In my opinion, it's the best track in the world, is Spa-Francorchamps. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, guys, if you want to see more of this. Have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.